Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanita, and on this channel I'll talk about spirituality, the law of attraction, personal development, personal growth, things like that. So if you want to become a better version of yourself, if you want to create the life of your wildest dreams, then join this beautiful spiritual family. So today's video is going to be different from what I normally do. Normally I sit down and lecture, and normally all of my videos, pretty much I'm quite sure that all of my videos are based purely on my own spiritual experience. Now, of course, I get an inspiration here and there, but I never teach something that I am uncertain about. I teach something that I know to be true, that I know to be real, based on my own experience. Today, I'm not sharing with you a concept that I know to be true from my personal experience, but rather I am sharing with you a viral story on quantum jumping. For those of you guys who are not familiar with quantum jumping, let's go over it very quickly. So the idea of quantum jumping comes to us from the idea of parallel realities, which is a concept that at the same time there exists a limitless number of parallel realities. You exist in all of these realities. The reason why you experience this particular reality is because this is the reality with which you are aligned the most. Now, the concept of quantum jumping claims that we are able to make a shift between this reality and the reality where we want to be. So in the law of attraction, we talk about manifesting, we talk about speaking things into existence. But with quantum jumping, we're not really creating anything. We're not really manifesting anything. We're just aligning with the reality which already has our desire manifested. And the viral story that I'm about to share with you guys is about that. It's about a guy experimenting with quantum jumping and then finding himself in a completely different reality. And I just want to share the story with you guys because I want to know your opinion. I want to have a discussion in the comments if you guys are willing to do that, because I clearly have not formed an opinion on this particular subject, and you'll see why in a little bit. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into today's story. I have my phone right in front of me, so if you see me glancing down, it's because I have my phone here. I'm not going to be reading word by word what the story tells. If you want to check it out, I'll link the thread down below. But it all started with a thread which I've already talked about in my other video, and it's a thread on quantum jumping. It has a lot of useful information. I will link it as well, but that thread has a lot of different techniques on how you can shift from this reality to another reality. And this man is using one of the techniques from that thread. He found that thread and he decided he's going to use one of the techniques, particularly the mirror method. Now, I did an entire video on that particular quantum jumping ritual, quantum jumping method. So if you're interested in checking it out, if you want to try it out for yourself, I'll link that video down in the comments as well. But the thread that we're about to get into is called "Don't Go to Dimensional Jumping. That shit is real." So this is a warning for everyone. Be careful, quantum jumping is actually dangerous. So what happened to this man? Why is he warning us about the dangers of quantum jumping? This man claims that he was at a low stage of his life when he decided to try quantum jumping. He just got fired, things were not going well for him, so he decided he's going to move to another reality. That's how he found the thread. He found the thread, he found the ritual, and he did it. And he wanted to move to another reality, particularly a reality where he had a better financial situation. He wanted financial abundance. That was the goal of his quantum jump. So what happens next is not what normally happens during quantum jumping, at least not from my experience. Normally, the following day goes just as any other, and you start noticing little details about you being in another reality. You start noticing your desire coming into fruition before your eyes because you are now in a reality where it is possible. However, this experience is completely different for this guy. This guy claims that he did the ritual at night, then he went to bed, and when he woke up in a completely different reality. He was laying next to a woman that he knew to be his wife, but it wasn't the wife that he remembered from the reality where he originated. This man claims that he actually has elaborate memories with this woman, with this particular family, of this particular life. It's not that he woke up and he just didn't know who he was laying next to. He knew it was his wife, he had memories with her, he knew that they had children together, but he didn't feel a sense of connection to them because he still remembered his other life that he left behind. And for this guy, the biggest problem seems to be exactly that. He misses the other reality. He misses the other family. He misses his wife and his children, and he doesn't know how to continue living in this new reality as if everything is normal. Guess what? This man was able to attract a reality which did give him a lot of financial abundance. So that part of his life was good. His new reality was the reality where he was trying to get. He did become more financially prosperous. However, in the process, he lost the family that he knew, and he found a completely new family that he has no love or commitment for. This man says that he does feel guilty about not loving these people next to him, but he doesn't know what to do about it because, quite frankly, he still is connected to that other reality which he left behind. Now, he tried doing this ritual again and nothing seems to work. And even this man admits that it's probably because he doesn't actually believe that he can make that jump back, and because he's, quite frankly, not in the best state of mind. Now, there are a lot of details that I'm not sharing with you guys, so I'm going to link this Reddit thread down in the comments. Like, he says that each reality has an assigned number, and the reality where he is the reality 982. So yeah, if you want to read about this guy's experience for yourself, I will link everything down in the comments for you. This guy did an update on this thread and he still didn't jump back. He's still in the same place with the wife that he doesn't love and doesn't feel connected to. So as you can imagine, if what this guy is telling us is in fact real, then this is a scary thing to go through. This man even goes out of his way to try to find his old wife and old children. So he drives up to his old home, the home that he used to live in a different reality, and he understands that while he remembers living there with his wife and children, now there's a new family there. The home is still there, but they don't live there anymore. Well, now that I am done telling you guys this man's story, I want to start a discussion. I just want to know your guys' opinions. Do you think this kind of huge dimensional jumping is possible? Normally with dimensional jumping, we don't expect to wake up in a new world. We expect things to smoothly transition to a new world, but we never expect ourselves to be thrown into a new atmosphere, because obviously this would be quite traumatic. I'm not asking you guys whether you think the guy is lying or he's telling the truth. I actually have my opinion on that. I do think that this man made the story up, and that's because I actually tracked his Reddit activity and I looked at all of his posts after these two dimensional jumping posts, and I found out that he actually continued being a normal Reddit user and posting about other things outside of his horrifying experience. And I feel like if you are stuck in a reality where you don't want to be in, if you are trying desperately to get out and go back to your wife and children that you miss so much, you wouldn't be going on Reddit and just posting stuff that is not related to this particular problem. So this is just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. Once again, this is not the point. I don't care whether this man is lying or telling the truth. I care whether this experience is actually possible, and I really want to check it out for myself. I really want to jump further than I normally do. So please let me know your opinions down in the comments. Have you experienced something like that? I would love to hear a crazy dimensional jumping story once again, I've definitely not experienced anything like that. All of my quantum jumping experience was very pleasant. So yeah, I think this is all I have for today. Once again, please tell me your opinion down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye.